Hello friends, welcome back to another video of Django Channels tutorial series. In this video we are going to talk about how we can build consumer, and we are going to build first consumer which is going to echo the string which we are going to send from the client. So we will say this consumer as a echo consumer, and also we can use this echo consumer as a chatbot consumer. Okay, so let's go and build first consumer in this series. Before going into the routing, we must need to write consumer. So where we can write, so as we are going to implement the chat application, so we are going to create one file called consumers.py in the chat application. Okay, and we have to write class which is going to be a consumer. So let's write it. So class, and what I'll say echo consumer for now, because we are going to respond back with the same string, and we need to override the default consumer provided by channels package. So we need to import that first. So from channels dot consumer import sync consumer. Okay, so we just need to override this like this, and you need to write two methods: first for connecting the consumer, and second receiving the events. Okay, so let's write that first. Def, then WebSocket, as it is a sync consumer is a WebSocket consumer, so you need to write like this: WebSocket underscore and then connect. Okay, then self, it is also receiving the event. Then what you need to do, for now we are just writing print statement here like connect event is called. Okay, and same way we are going to write one more method that is going to be receive. Okay, and new event is received. Let's write also print event. Okay, so this is the basic consumer we have written. Still it is not actually usable, but still let's go one by one, one step by one step, so we can understand what is going wrong and what we need to add. So each and every line we should understand, right? So now consumer is ready partially. So now what you need to do to provide this consumer to the client side, so you just need to write a route here in routing.py. So in the previous video we used this protocol type router, which actually includes default URLs as well, like this one. And for that particular, as you can see here, the argument of this protocol type router is like, let me show you that. Right, so as you can see, it is application mapping. So that is that normal URLs are like HTTP applications, right? So that is already mapped by channels package with HTTP protocol. Okay, now what you need to do here, we are just using this WebSocket protocol here. So WebSocket is key, and then the value should be the application. But for now I'm not creating any extra route for now, but in next video we are going to separate the routes for this chat application, and then we are going to import it here. Okay, so for now I am just using URL router, so which we have to import again, URL router, then like this, and it accepts the list. As you can see here in the documentation, it accepts the routes. So routes are similar to this URLs, like it is using path. So same way we are going to use in this as well. So let's import the path from Django dot URLs path, and then path, and we need to provide the URL for this. So WS is for WebSocket, and then so it will separate out the WebSocket URLs from the normal URLs. Okay, so WS is the prefix I am preferring to add here. Okay, so WS, then chat. Okay, so for now we are just using this because it is eco consumer. There is no user or anything. there is no channel as well, so it is very straightforward. Okay, now and what should be the second argument? That is same way earlier we were having views, but in this case we are going to add consumer. So we need to import that consumer as well here, like from chat dot consumers and then eco consumer. Okay, the same eco consumer we have to provide here. Okay, so this is very simple, and that's how you can provide this URL. Now if you restart this server, so let's wait for running the server. As you can see, there is no error is thrown, so that means server is running fine. Now this backend is running, but we also need front end as well, right? So for front end we have basic files we have already implemented in this project. So like base.html is the basic format, like it is saying that content should be here, then JavaScript should be included here, then custom JavaScript you can write. So in chat.html, basically content is override here, and same way we are going to override JavaScript. Okay, so here we are going to write custom JavaScript like this, and we should end the block as well like this, end block and then custom JavaScript. Okay, so in between you need to write the script tag, like write this, and you need to create WebSocket connection here. So for that, what you need to do, you just need to create the URL first. So const URL is equal to, what should be the URL? So HTTP, then localhost, the same is like this 8000, then the path is ws/chat, right? So this is normal URL which is called HTTP URL, but in our case we are building a WebSocket, right? So the protocol should be ws here. Now what you need to do here, find const, and then ws is going to be the object of WebSocket. So you must use new keyword here to create the object of WebSocket, then use WebSocket here like this and provide the URL here. Okay, so it will create one object of WebSocket, and now WebSocket object is available. So what you need to do here, that ws dot, then you can use on, these are the events which are going to be sent from the client. Suppose the connection is open from the backend, so on open events will be called, and you need to write here like this, and you need to write here, let me console log for now, connection is open. Okay, then same way on message, and here we are going to receive event as well. So I'll console log event also, so console log event, then connection, sorry, it's not be should be changed to message is received, then connection is closed. Okay, and event. All right, so this way these three things are be added, and few more are there on error as well. So if any error occurs while connecting to server, it will call this function. So let me write console log error, something went wrong. Okay, something went wrong, sorry about this, this is on close. Yeah, so that's why. Okay, so these are the methods listeners are you need to write in the client side. Okay, now I am just saving it and running the file. So in the first sorry, in the second video I just saw that we are going to implement the chat application similar to this. So this message is saved into the database, so whenever you refresh, this message will be available here. because these all the messages are stored in the database. But for now we are going to use the same interface, and we are going to transform this to WebSocket based chat application. But first we are just going to make this echo chat application. So whatever you are going to write and just click on send, the same message will be received by the client. Okay, all right. So let me open the console here and let's refresh. So all the console log will be displayed here. As you can see, something went wrong, connection is closed. Now let's see what was wrong. So as you can see here, no route found for pass ws chat. Okay, so first thing, that route is wrong. So what is wrong in this? Yes, because we didn't add last slash. So let's add it and refresh again. As this is HTML, we don't need to restart this server. And as you can see, connect event is called. All right, and then no handler for message type WebSocket.disconnect. So what happened here, that we are not listening here that ws disconnect. So similar to this, we also need to uh, write this one. Okay, so connection is disconnected. Okay, so for that purpose you need to write this disconnect as well. All right, so now as you can see here, connection is about to happen, but we are not accepting the connection, and due to that it is not able to connect. As you can see, this is happen here. Now what you need to do here to accept the connection? So you need to write self dot send, and then inside that you need to provide message. Okay, and what should be the message? First it should be the key type, and then WebSocket dot accept. Okay, and that's how you can accept the connection. All right, now let's restart the server and run again the front end, and then we can see what happens. So as you can see, WebSocket event is called and connect is also successfully done. Okay, so as you can see, connection is open now because we accepted the connection from the backend. Now front end and backend both send and receive the message through the same connection which we have established now. Okay, so WebSocket receive is going to receive the message when we send that. So let's send one message from chat.html. So once this connection is open, let's send something ws.send, and then connects. So we are just thank you for connecting, thanks for connecting. Okay, so something like this I am just sending from the client side, and server should accept this message. Okay, now let's refresh this function file again. So as you can see here, we have received the new event and type is receive, and then text thanks for connecting. Okay, so now I'm able to receive the message, and as we discussed, as we are implementing this is as eco consumer, what we need to do here, we need to send back the same message to the client. Okay, so let's receive the message and send self dot send, and then we need to provide the message again. So type once more, and event is like WebSocket dot send. Okay, and value must be, so it's a text colon, and the event dot get text. So what is going to happen here, that whatever text you are going to send from the client, the same text will be sent back to client from the server. Okay, now I'm just saving this, and let's refresh this server again. Okay, server is restarted now, and I'm just refreshing again. So thanks for connecting, and the same message must be received by the client as well. So as you can see, we are receiving thanks for connecting here, and the same thing, right? Now what we need to do here, that we need to show this message in the list here. So we are going to write some JavaScript again here. All right. So first we need to have, whenever we submit here, whenever we write something here and just click on send, it should send that message, and then it should also append when we receive the event. So there are two things we need to do. First, let's do the sending. Okay, so here we are going to change few things, like we are not going to post the data from here. So we are just giving the ID here. So ID is going to be message form. Okay, and we are just going to create form, like final, sorry, not final, const message form is equal to document dot get element by ID, and then okay. So now we have the form, and we need to attach event. Okay, so message form dot add event listener, like this, submit, and then we need to provide function. So what should be the function here, that we are going to write below? So send message. Okay, and the send message we are going to write here, like function send message, and right. So in send message, what we need to do, simply we must have the, yeah, we have already the ID message, so we just need to take the value of that object. Okay, so let me ws dot send, and then inside that one we are just going to send the string normal. So how can we do that? So document dot get element by ID again, and then to provide that ID message, and then dot value. Okay, so it will give you the value of that particular input, and we are going to send that to, like this. Okay, one more thing that we need to do, that is here also we are going to get the event. Or one, sorry about this, yeah. So first we need to check e dot prevent default. So we need to check if e has the prevent default property, then call e dot prevent default. All right, and then once the value you send, you need to create the clear the form. So message form dot clear. All right, and then you just need to return false, so it doesn't continue further for submitting the form. Okay, so this is how you can create the send message function, and you can submit that data using this function. Okay, so now our front end is ready for sending the message. For receiving, we are going to do after this. Okay, so let's run this application again, and it should not have any issue while running. So I'm just writing hi, form is okay, sorry, it should have a reset function, not clear, sorry about that. Yeah, server is running now. Let's refresh. Hello, as you can see, we had just sent hello, and we received back hello from the server. Okay, now what we need to do, whatever we have received, the same thing we need to append here. Okay, so after receiving, so we need to write the code here, like message received. Now let's import again, we need to append the li tag here, okay, with the text. So I'm just giving ID to this UL. So I'm just giving the ID, that is message list. Okay, so I'm going to get this UL element here. So const UL is equal to document dot get element by id, and then use that id which we have provided, that is message list. Now we need to create one li tag as well. Okay, so where li is equal to document dot create element li. Okay, so it will create li element, and then you need to li dot append, and inside that you need to create one more document dot create text node. All right, and inside that you just provide that whatever we are receiving event dot, so what was that, event dot data. Okay, event dot data, and then you just need to append this to ul element. Now it should let's refresh this page again, and let's send few message. Hello, as you can see now we are receiving the message whatever we are sending. How are you? Okay, so now as you can see eco consumer is ready. And one more thing I would like to say that once you refresh this page, all the messages will be removed from this, because currently we are not storing this data into the backend. Okay, so that we are going to cover in the next videos. Okay, so that's pretty much from this video. Eco consumer is ready, and in the next video we are going to talk about how we can send one person to other person. So thank you very much for watching this video. uh, Please, if you have liked this video, please hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to receive the notification whenever I add new videos, right? So yeah, that's pretty much. Thank you.